What is going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists, and welcome to another episode of On the Bench with Pete, the series you put on in the background as you do some hobby or painting or building, whatever, yourself. Just pop this video on in the background. I'll just blabber on about a load of stuff, my life, the universe, everything else, and maybe even some hobby stuff too. Got stuff to talk about. The weather's crappy outside, so I'm happy to be in here with you guys. Right, let's get to the bench. Alright, welcome to the bench. My getting messy again bench. It doesn't matter. You've seen these before, these walls. I painted them up. They were for Resident Evil, the board game, or Resident Evil 2, the board game, I should say. These aren't actually the same ones, they are different ones, but they're the same, same model, different unit or whatever you want to call it. So, excuse me. I've just eaten some toffee wells that were left over from Halloween. Very nice too. Yes, so these are the same walls I bought before. I just got another load. Because the walls in Resident Evil 2, it makes it so much better. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to paint up some more walls. So that is what we are about today. Painting walls. I've got Middle-earth stuff to continue with too, but for the most part it's going to be these walls, these pesky walls. Well, they're not pesky, they're, they are what they are, I guess. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Right, I've got a base brush here. I'm going to just water down my primer just a little bit. Because that's what I'm going to do. Right, get your teas, coffees and whatever else ready. Beverages, snacks, whatever you need. Because it's not going to bother me what you eat or drink whilst you do your hobby. Do what you like whilst you hobby. Eat what you want, drink what you want. It's up to you, I've got coffee. I've actually got decaf coffee, doing the whole, trying to cut down on the caffeine thing. Yeah, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Yeah. I found these walls were invaluable, but so that's why I decided to paint these up now. They arrived the other day. I thought, yeah, let's get them done. But yeah, trying to cut down on caffeine, and I've got my cup which keeps my beverage hot for a long time. That's what I'm doing. So I've played the what you would call the tutorial mission on Resident Evil 2 and loved it. I absolutely love it. I want to do a comparison video with this and Zombicide at some point. So I'm just going to pop them off. They're probably not going to get any further paint this episode. I just wanted to get them done. Yeah, so I want to do a comparison video at some point in the future. Just saying what I like about it, what I don't like about it. And the thing is, with a game, unless you do homebrew rules, which Zombicide is well open for, and it is. It's kind of its strength and its Achilles heel, really. The fact that you can do homebrew rules so easy with it. But that's another story, because at the same time you kind of wish some certain things were taken care of, but that, like I say, that's for another video. That's a whole another video. But yeah, and it's true that whilst the components in a game may not be brilliant, you can improve on those quite easily by just getting a better standard of said component. Like these walls, for instance. It's so much better than a black strip of cardboard, which is what the core rule box set gives you, which is just complete rubbish. But you can get decent walls and you can paint them up however you want. It's entirely up to you. But yeah. So, like I say, I'm going to do a comparison video. I have filmed my next episode of Dwarves of Fangorn. Tried a new approach this time. So I'm hoping that will come out okay. But we'll see. Time will tell. I think basically it's going to be alright. Because because of certain things that you do in a role-playing game or don't do. I mean, the models themselves are static anyway. Pretty static. They're just there to help the imagination, get your imagination flowing. So I've kind of taken advantage of that a little bit in this episode. Not that you're going to see it for a while, but yeah. It's great because it enables me to cut down one of the cameras that I used to film. And that's going to make editing so much easier. So much simpler. Yeah, that's going to help me big style. So we'll see how that goes. I'm thinking too, about the length of the episodes. I think, shorter episodes can be more, I don't know, you can get more done really. It can seem more dynamic than a longer episode. I know what I mean. But anyway, I'm thinking that my ideal length of video edited will be around 20-25 minutes. But we'll see. I mean, the ones I got so far, they're like half hour, a bit more. I'm thinking they'll be better, slightly shorter. But like I say, we will see. We shall see on that one. And these walls are coming along a treat. Bit more black primer. It's Vallejo black primer, which is good. Do Citadel still make like primer? I don't know. Don't think anybody buys it, do they? Hardly, apart from beginners. I know I bought it when I was a beginner, so I didn't know any different. I knew no different. So yeah, Vallejo primer, very good. Great in an airbrush, great to brush on. All good here. I thoroughly enjoyed playing. I've played a couple games of Resident Evil 2, the board game. They've both been on the what you would call the tutorial mission. So it's not utilizing all the rules yet. I'm still learning the rules, so I'm thinking of doing a learn the rules with me kind of thing, where we learn the rules together. So that might be interesting to do. Not sure how well that would be received. I don't know. But, I'm planning on doing it anyway, so if you think it's a really bad idea, it's probably going to be too late by the time you voice your opinion, because I would have probably already done it by then, given how far in advance these videos are made. That said, they have caught up recently a little bit, but they're still quite far in the future, so yeah. But getting hold of Resident Evil 2, oh, it was brilliant. Really, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. One of the things I really like about it is the tension factor is really ramped up by the fact that you have limited ammo, and so you can't go around blasting the head off of everything, you know, because you do not have unlimited ammo. It's a finite, and not only that, it's very finite. You know, it's so it makes you pick and choose. Do I really need to shoot here? Can I get away with stabbing or pushing? You know, it's... And if you can, then I think you should. So, because I've only played the tutorial missions, and of course I know I can't speak with any authority on this game. Not like I can, not like I feel I can with Resident Evil, because I feel I know that game very, very well. It's an old friend, but I've only played, like I say, I have only played the tutorial mission because I'm still learning the rules. So there will be no additional rules in the first video. It will just be the basic rules. I haven't played an encounter against the boss yet, so I'm thinking that's going to be pretty fun. Well, that's going to be one way of looking at it, at least. The idea is that it's only for internal walls, but now I've got this set, I might be able to do a couple of outside walls as well. Again, we'll see. My MDF doors that I've got, that I use in the game, are really for like a fantasy setting, a dungeon crawl type thing. But they're more than adequate for the game. But I don't have enough of them. I've only got 12. The game comes with 20. And so you might be thinking, well, why don't you just use those? Because they're crap. They're just basically little more than black square bits of cardboard with a very, very dark image on of a door. You have to really look, and it's so easy to get lost in the background, so you can't really tell at a glance where the doors are or not, whereas you can if you're using the MDF doors. You can see straight away where the doors are. There's no confusion there. So I may end up going for some more MDF doors purely because they're going to be cheaper. I'd like to get 3D printed ones if I can. And here's one of those things, if I had a 3D printer, that would probably be like components for my zombie games would definitely be one of the things I'd be printing off right now. And my RPG games as well. So I'd be printing off stuff like I don't know, computer consoles, stuff for like sci-fi games, you know, that kind of thing. Right, so this is that's kind of a large, yeah, it is a large base brush that I was using there by Citadel, but it's a good one, so I don't want to mess it up. I want it to stay good for as long as I possibly can. So what are we at here? 15 minutes, and I've put the primer on all of the wall sections, so that's good, right? I brought a torch out with me today because it gets pretty dark early on. It's actually getting dark now, so I'm glad. And it's, what's the time? The time now is 7 minutes past 4. So yeah, sun goes down. You know, I think it's 4:29 today. It says, but it's the light's going now. It's what I would call dark now. You'd definitely have to have lights on. You're driving, so yeah. So I brought a torch with me. So I thought, I'll think ahead. So I got stuck the other evening. I was like, what? I can't see where the steps are. You know, where am I going? I don't want to fall on my ass going down the steps towards my own house. You know, it's like, that's silly. So used my noddle today. I thought, taking a torch with me, boy. Oops, and he's just dropped his brush. Right, so I've primed them. So next I'm going to work on either Haldir or Galadriel, or the Wizards, or Gambling, I don't know, or the AOS model I've got. Ooh. Right, so I've got my soap over there. So I'm just dragging my bin back to where I need it. Right. I'm going to have my first sip of coffee. Oh, it's still hot. Lovely jubbly. Galadriel. Galadriel, yeah. So, let me zoom in a little on her. No, Galadriel. So, actually, if I raise my camera, yeah. So I've done her hair and her skin. I've primed her, done her skin, done her hair. They've done her skin. I've not done everything to it. Obviously, I just put the base colour up. But I've done her hair. Now, I want to put a wash on for skin. Flesh wash. No, I don't want to do that. Maybe a Reikland Flesh shade. If I have a Reikland Flesh shade, I'm sure I have somewhere. You know, I do. I have a Reikland Flesh shade. Well, look at that. Just shaking this up. I'll pop my little pot or bottle of primer back. So what I need, Reikland Flesh shade, which is there. I'm gonna pop some Helm oil on it as well. No oil. Boom. 2 to 1. With some water. all I've really seemed to have done is made a messy Nuln Oil. Made it more messy than it needs to be. That's okay. Now, I do want her robes to be white. I do. I really do. I think an Arctic white would be better. But where is my Arctic white? Oh, there it is. Right, so I want a good measure of this. And we'll have some drying retarder, which I'm put 2 drops. Drying retarder, water, and we're going to thin this down. I'm putting it on with a character brush, it's true. I'm sure there's people screaming at it going, no, use a bigger brush. No, I don't want to use a bigger brush. Could use a bigger brush, but I feel I would make more mistakes doing that. So, if you don't mind, I'm using a character brush from Army Painter. You use whatever brush you want. I agree with the philosophy. Yes, you should use the biggest brush you're comfortable with. But I'm not comfortable with a bigger one right now. It depends on how I feel too. I've just gone over her left hand there too, or maybe I wasn't aware of it to begin with. Sorry, I'll fix that later. That's easily fixed. Galadriel to be in white because she is like pure. It's like a very powerful elf. She is basically she's an elven magic user, is she not? One of the more powerful characters in Middle Earth. Yeah, why not? And this is, official Galadriel model, so I don't have the mirror though, so I don't have that basin. The mirror of Galadriel. I'm not even sure, this might have been a model that came with it, not in my collection, but I think you bought it with it. I'm not certain, but I think it might be. Which would indicate probably why I bought it separately, because it was cheaper. Always after getting something cheaper, me. Yeah. So I think with our other hand I'll have to come in with some Nuln Oil and see if I can just make it good. If not, I'll have to come with, I'm not even sure what colour I used for her skin. Not 100%. Been watching Sherlock a lot lately. I love those programs. They're like mini films, really. They're long episodes, so they're almost feature length, I think they're great. getting on the inside of where her hair is. Don't want to go on her hair, but there we are. Get it close as I can. That's good. That's good. Happy with that. Happy with that. Not easy doing white. It's not easy finding a white that's not chalky. I mean, I find that the Citadel whites can be chalky. Not a fan of that that look. Right, let's get agile. Halder here. What can he have? What can he have? Well, we could do his armor. We could. Would seem his hair's done. I don't know. I just, you know, I think for Halder I'm gonna go with some Guilliman flesh. No, I shouldn't, probably. Does make it easier, though. I can have my reasons and narrative for why different elves have different complexions. Perfect. Well, as perfect as I want to get. Okay. How are we doing? 30 minutes. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. I think I'll change the batteries on my microphone after this episode, because I don't think they'll last too much longer. That's okay. Just looking at Lady Galadriel there. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm happy with her skin like that, but I'm thinking, you know, she is a practitioner of magic, and I feel that would have some sort of effect. I'll make her skin slightly darker. I don't know. I don't know what to think. This is a AOS guy I've got here, which is actually he was in an airbrushing tutorial. How to prime with an airbrush. He was one of the subjects, or how, you know, about priming. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I look at it. I know he's got a long way to go. He really has. But I look at it and think, oh, I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. Metallics, sure. But yeah. Well, on the backs of his legs, I think we could go Rakarth flesh. Or Pallid Witch flesh. Or Deepkin flesh. I think we'll go Deepkin flesh. Because It's very off-white, and I think it looks realistic enough for strips of cloth. I think so. I think so. Right, so here we go then. You may hear me wheezing. I do apologise for that. I've been very wheezy lately. These last 3 days I've become very wheezy. It's nothing my inhaler won't sort out, mind you. It's just a matter of doing it, getting my inhaler and using it, basically. When I've done these, it'll be a case of Agrax Earthshade, won't it? Good old Agrax Earthshade, we love it. So I've been having fun with my role-playing session, of course. It's so tempting just to carry on, play off camera, just play. But I want to do it to film it for the channel, and so I'm breaking it down like I'm doing. And as I've said before, it is good to break these solo sessions down, right down. I think. Yeah, that's good. We did that. Excellent. Excellent. How do I want his arrows to be? I don't know. The shafts of the arrows are going to be this colour too. Deep Kinfresh. This might be the colour of Galadriel's, the base colour skin, actually. There we are. Not bad at all. Spanking. Love it. Gambling. Do you have anything you would have in this colour? Well, possibly the other side of his chainmail. I'm going to put this on the other side of his chainmail, on the other side, remember, so Come on, yep, yay. Nicely done. Yes, I've got these figures in, several states of play here. Anything that can go on my wizards is there? Possibly, yes. I don't know. Who? Changed brushes. I'm using Deepkin Flesh for like what would be a purity seal. Parchment or whatever. And I'm hoping some shade wash on top of this will bring it out as well as it has done it in the past. There we go. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So that parchment, whatever it is, it's hanging off his staff. So might put some runes or something on it later on. Time for another sip of coffee. And look at my first wall here. Now, now I believe when I do stone, I start with Mechanicus Standard Grey, but I'm not going to do that for these. No. I am going to go with, if I can find it, but can I find it? Can I? Heck, it's like, there it is. Iron Hull Grey, because there's not really an awful lot of difference between the two. And I've got more of this than I have Mechanicus Standard Grey, so it makes absolutely perfect sense, to go in with this. Now, I'm going to break off another sheet of paper, kitchen towel, and I'm just going to start dry brushing these now. Overbrushing for this part. Got my heating on, which is nice. Because it's pretty chilly outside right now, very chilly in fact. So got my heated on, and it's all good here. It's probably warmer here than it is in my house right now. So you've got the back door open so our dogs can go in and out as they see fit. And I know it gets warm in Mrs. Mini Warzone's office, but the rest of the house can get pretty cold. Right, so I've applied my first layer on that section of wall. It's good to leave the gaps dark if we can. I'm seriously thinking about perhaps putting some graffiti on one of these walls. Be a bit of fun. Yeah, or could I put anarchy or something like that? Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. That adds to the atmosphere, doesn't it? I think things like that. Anarchy, do like the symbol or something like that. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. Or a toxic symbol or something. I don't know. Yeah. So there we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, we're coming on a lot further than I thought we would for these walls. I'll be honest. I didn't expect to be getting to this stage today, so quite pleased with that. Quite pleased with that. I know this is a slower way of doing it. I could have used a bigger dry brush. I did last time, in fact. My word, I've used quite a bit of paint there. These. I might do graffiti on a large wall section and a smaller wall section. I think that'd be cool. I think that would be well smart. Well smart. I'd do them grey because I don't know, it's more generic. I could do them brick red, but it'd be more difficult to do graffiti on them, I think. Just got to think of the sort of graffiti I could do slogans or yeah. Oh, I could put "They Live." Yeah, "They Live." That would be a nod to the movie. It's a great movie, by the way. So it could be a good reference for that. Yeah, "They Live." That would be fantastic. Ooh, turn my heating off. It's getting a bit warm here now. Whew. Who'd have thought that? Getting too warm. "They Live," anarchy, end of the world. Yeah. Save us. Oh yeah, these things are coming to mind now. Yeah. And it doesn't matter how craply you do the writing. Do paint runs, all sorts, because I mean aerosol cans, the paint often runs anyway. When you look at graffiti, it looks like it's run down. So yeah, you could absolutely do that. We're gonna have some fun tonight. Right. So I think once we've got this on, we'll call it a day. Awesome. Right. I close up my paint pot and I'll pop it away. I'll probably be able to get another level done, but not in this video. So thanks ever so much for joining me. It's been a real pleasure. Let me know in the comments below what you are working on, and then I can read that and, you know, visualize. That's the name of the game. Visualize. So, but these walls and some of my other figures have got some bits and bobs done on them. Oh, these cups are brilliant. Let's zoom right out. Here we go. Keep your drinks lovely and hot. Well, it's been a blast. I've had such a good time. It's proper dark out now. It's like pitch black dark. So I will take this opportunity to say thank you for joining me. I love making these videos because I get stuff done as well as making a video, and I don't know, that feels good. I can't explain it any other way. It just feels good. And you know, the fact that you guys are watching as well, listening to me go on sometimes about stuff, that just adds to it. Brilliant. So remember guys, all brushes lead to all. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.